Hi, folks. Here's what I hope will be a quick update on what's been going on here at home and at the workbench. Some good things, some not so good things. The not so good things aren't the end of the earth, but just more in the category of I can't believe I did that or But that's sort of life here in Redmond these days. Okay, in the category of good things, I finally pulled the whatever you pulled the trigger, and I bought this classic Tamiya kit. This is the Fairy Swordfish Mark II from Tamiya, circa 2007, 2008 release. Now, the good news is I've been wanting a Fairy Swordfish for a long time, and I was really happy, a very moderate price, and I opened the box, and I love it. The not so good news is if I'd spent a little bit longer looking at eBay and ScaleMates, I really need to be a little more careful, I would have gotten the Fairy Swordfish Mark I, the one that comes with the torpedo. The Mark II kit does not. It comes with lots of rockets and all that stuff. And I won't go into the reason for that. Otherwise, the planes themselves look pretty close. The Mark II did have a different engine from the Mark I, and it usually, boy, can't get the words out, had a different weapons load. Perhaps that's why this one didn't come with a torpedo. Maybe I'll be able to get an aftermarket resin torpedo or something. And transfers, because I would like to model the plane after one of the ones that went after the Bismarck. Okay, so that's a good news, not so good news thing. And let's move on from there, and I'll flip the camera around to continue this. Okay, continuing along. Good news, got the landing gear, which I heard from other sources might be a bit spindly and wobbly. Got that, went on quite easily, and got some weights put in the nose, which I'd done. So everything's sitting fine. I've got to reinsert that top piece there. The prop, the spinner, do some finishing and peel off the tape and then put on the transfers. A very easy build. I kind of like this plane. I don't know why. Well, it looks different, but I can't explain it, and I especially can't explain that I ordered a much more complicated version of this, also in 148. I think the company is called Zukimura or something like that, but it's got basically a full interior with the radial engine, the armament, all of that good stuff. Will definitely be a more complicated build. So maybe this was good practice, but this one's coming along. So that's a good news. Now, the not so good news, in the course of doing some touch-up today, you can see that this bottle of Tamiya IJN green looks kind of messy. Yeah, I thought the lid was on tight when I picked it up by the lid. Well, you can guess what happened. What a mess. I guess the good news is I had moved my laptop, thank God, off the workbench, so that didn't end up with a lot of IJN green on it. The not so good news is, I got to order another cutting mat. Okay, ain't the end of the world. Now, working on this wonderful little resin. Let's see if I can. Resin 1/32 scale figure. It's a historical figure with a fantasy backstory that I got from Idiotic, part of the Luftkrieg 1919 series. Just really cool. It's just got the base colors on now, so everything looks appropriately very flat and not delineated, because I haven't done any additional highlighting, lightening up, darkening other than the zenithal prime underneath. But I think she might turn out pretty good. And she's going to have I think a Sopwith Camel rudder balanced there in her right hand. Okay, so that's good news. And then really good news is this arrived in the mail. A quintet of 5 little mini Lego Grand Prix cars from Charlie. Well, isn't that the coolest thing? Yeah, I love them. I think it's kind of cute that they've got these big helmets sitting on top of the cockpit. But these are really cool. Thank you, Charlie. Totally unexpected. They'll adorn some spare place where they'll be proudly displayed. I think I'll actually put them next to that wonderful runabout that you sent me not that long ago. Anyway, this is most appreciated. Thank you, buddy. So that's good news and not so good news. And now I've got to get onto my laptop, which doesn't have any green paint on it, thank goodness, and order a new cutting mat. Thanks for watching.